headed towards: trust building, empowerment. I mean, this is very, very, very important. I mean, it's for a team to survive. It's not a one-man army, and a team cannot be built without trust. Uh, I mean, I at least delegate tasks and let them be. I mean, leave it to the people to do those tasks. No micromanagement. Simple. Respecting local expertise. So when you're dealing across multiple multi-site teams, each one has their own expertise with them, and empower teams to make decisions on their own, and that's very important. So trust building and empowerment. Adaptability, dynamic environments, like you rightly mentioned, different culture.
Welcome back to another episode of Value Select Talks with Deepak Bajaj. Today we are honored to have Rudolph Serrao, co-founder at Aerizo IT Solutions based at UAE. Aerizo as a leading ICT system integrator in the UAE region, offering value-added solutions in the domain of data, networking, virtualization, storage, security, enterprise, mobility, voice, telephony, access control, and backup. And I'm pretty much sure that the list is too long. So, with over 2.5 decades of experiences in business development, sales, and marketing, Rudolph is a known figure in the industry and brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the table, and leading Aerizo at the front end. So, welcome, Rudolph.
Hey, thank you, Deepak. It's a pleasure to be here, and thanks for the lovely introduction. I know it's long, but it's been a long journey. Hence, that's the reason.
No, I totally understand because when you are in this IT domain and IT is always growing, so the list should also grow accordingly. But by the way, congratulations for the Arizo's 10th anniversary. I know it's a very long journey and you are putting a lot of your effort along with your founder. So thanks for bringing this amazing things to the world.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Rudolph, you have an impressive contribution. Achievement and list obviously may go a lot long. But we will like to know you as a person first. Who is Rudolph?
Great. My name is Rudolph, and presently I'm the co-founder of Aerizo IT Solutions in Dubai, here in UAE. We are a decade-old organization, as Deepak mentioned, and we are an IT system integrator providing ICT solutions across GCC and Africa. I can probably break my experience of over the two and a half decades into two parts. The first half of which was into the telecom domain, and I spent working with companies like Agilent Technologies, JDSU, Ascom Network Testing, in the field of RF mobile planning and optimization. Uh, After which I switched. I mean, I got a chance to move to UAE, Dubai, with an IT system integration company. But at that point of time, I was given the role of handling telecom solutions. So that's the reason I took it up as a challenge to move here. And things have been good since then, where I met my current partner. And we start off with our founding company called Aerizo. So that's a short backstory.
Yeah. And from there, actually, the telecom domain where we interact as well, it's a long time, 15 years old discussion
Yes.
when we met for.
Yes, when we met, and look how things have been. So here we are together again.
It's a small world, global small world. So, Rudolph, you spent a long time in the telecom industry, as you mentioned. So, how you made a transition from a telecom into the owner of the ICT firm?
That's an interesting story, and I'm glad in some way I made the transition. I was in Agilent Technologies, managing, like I said, managing India, Southeast Asia markets as a BDE, as a BDM, working with channel partners. And for some reasons better known to Agilent, they decided to sell the networking division to JDSU. After which I moved to a company called Ascom Network Testing. Things were good there, but then, like I said, I got this opportunity to move to Dubai, which I said, okay, let's probably take the plunge of moving to UAE, where again it was a telecom oriented role, and that's the reason I took it up. Uh, Things were working well, and that's when I realized Dubai is a very good platform, or offers UAE as a country offers a very good platform to start a business. Where I met my co-founder, we said, okay, let's start Arizo, and things have been pretty good from then until COVID struck. So it was challenging, but we overcame the challenge, and here we are at 10 years. So overall, it was a journey that probably led me from telecom, using my experience in telecom to land in UAE and then begin with Aerizo.
So yeah, it's a change of the culture, change of the land, change of the
Yes.
industry, and now the
Yes.
completion of 10 years. So I can pretty much understand what the challenges, especially in this COVID, which actually hit very badly to most of the entrepreneurs. So that shows your commitment and the dedication. So great work. The Erizo. I really want to understand the meaning of Erizo from you and its vision and what problem it's solving, which you have identified.
Yes, I mean I get this question very often because it's somewhat of a unique name in the market. So this Arizo is basically when we were doing the name founding, we came across we go back to the Greek history, and Arizo in Greek means a new beginning, and that's where we said okay, let's a new beginning for probably a couple of us and partners where we start. So that's why we named it Arizo IT Solutions, Arizo Networks, Arizo IT Solutions. And our vision at that point of time, or even now, is to be a provider of mission critical technology and security solutions to the customers that we work with or we support. Uh, the motto that we follow is very simple: understand, advise, transform. Understanding the customer's issues, advising them on what needs to be done as per the current market trends or the best in industry practices, and of course, help them transform the infrastructure, help them transform the networks.
And I believe as we are talking in the developed countries like UAE, and so the problems are also very advanced. It's not a
Yes,
problem.
Yes, of course, and I mean, in a country like UAE, that's where we get to see the best of technology. We are I mean, the leaders in technology here, and that helps us, keeps us on our toes to keep ourselves updated, learn something new, and implement it for the customers.
And how easy the adoption of the new technology in the UAE region?
Uh, Adoption of new technology is fantastic. I mean, with the leadership itself bringing in the best of technologies, you have, like I said, I mean, you have to be, or me, ourselves, for me, it's a challenge to even myself and the team to keep them up to speed with the adoption in technology. So there are different, I mean, we follow, try to keep up market trends, market analysis. That's how it is.
It's moreover becoming a R&D for a company like yours.
Oh yeah, for us it's like specifically in security solutions, there's been such tremendous solutions in security because Middle East as a region, as per statistics, is the most attacked region in terms of ransomware, phishing, malware. So we have to be at the forefront. I mean, we are like soldiers trying to protect our customers from these non-ethical people.
Definitely. And with the new trends, it's the security is very needed. And yes, you are
Yes.
into that. Great. Thanks for bringing it up. So when we talk about as a Erizo, it's a pioneering in the ICT solution for the IT business needs. So could you explain what ICT transformation means for the technology industry and why it is essential in today's landscape?
Okay, so ICT transformation is about modernizing your technology infrastructure, your processes, your capabilities to meet the demands of today's digital economy. It involves upgrading your legacy systems, which most of the customers still have legacy systems, integrating emerging technologies, and that's the most important, like we just discussed a minute ago, integrating emerging technologies like AI, ML, cloud computing, and then enhancing connectivity. So connectivity is now you have 5G, you have trials running on 6G, 7G, so a lot of things happening on the telecom front as well. So this transformation is essential because it drives efficiency, innovation, and adaptability in a fast changing landscape, enabling businesses. So you got to enable businesses to meet their customer expectations, help improve their operations, and stay competitive at the same time. So in essence, your ICT solutions is the foundation for probably I would say is the foundation for thriving in this digital age.
Right. And especially with the new big pipelines like 5G, and now we are talking on the 6G as well, the IoT, and every device is becoming a sensor. There are millions of sensors across.
Yes.
So the
Yes.
security and the your
Security is a must. Security, I say, is of utmost importance today. I mean, most of the organizations do take it for granted, but then if you're talking about technology in today's world, every little thing starts with security.
definitely. So variety of data and from multiple sources, become more and more complicated. And we understand that the compliances which the UAE has is more stringent, so they don't compromise on such compliances, especially when.
Yes, yes, and we do get the opportunity to interact with the head of cybersecurity here as well. So there's a gentleman by the name of Dr. Kuwaiti, and he is such a fine gentleman. When he speaks about what UAE does as a country, which probably even helps us to be on track or to bring innovative solutions to this region and present it to the governments or the SMEs or the enterprises here.
No, no, I totally understand, and I can visualize also being coming to Dubai number of times. I understand how this country works, right? So they want to be a leader, and without you guys, it will not be possible. Hmm. So the important part here is how do you see the role of ICT system integrator evolving to meet this ever-changing IT business needs, which is changing as always, and what are the key challenges and opportunities you have find in this domain?
Like I have said again, I mean, again and again, I keep saying this, but it's an ever-changing. It's your question is absolutely good. It's an ever-changing domain, and the role of an ICT system integration in this domain is evolving to become more dynamic, modular, and business-driven. Uh, it's about it's about seamlessly connecting diverse technologies like cloud, again, IoT, cloud, AI, and not forgetting the legacy infrastructure. Okay, so to ensure security, number one, and scalability, the systems have to be scalable as well. The challenges, the challenges is number one is I believe it's complexity. When you bring together legacy systems and your modern infrastructure, it's managing these diverse infrastructures or networks together. That's number one, complex networks. Second is, of course, talent gaps, finding the right people who are skilled enough to manage such kind of networks. And security, of course, I mean that tops the list. So you have to be secure enough or have systems and solutions in place. Cybersecurity. So these are the three key challenges that we see, which is ever evolving. Opportunities, yes, I mean, plenty of opportunities in this domain where we look at first is when you talk about legacy and modern infrastructure, interoperability. So you look at how systems can talk to each other, how systems can work with each other. Uh, cloud, cloud, where we see cloud adoption in this market has taken off. If you had asked me the same question probably 5 or 6 years ago, people or customers here were skeptical about cloud. But now, with Microsoft, with Azure, setting up the data centers in the region, cloud has just taken off. So a lot of opportunities in the cloud domain, managing the cloud, building up a cloud infrastructure, and the new technologies. I mean, we get to hear AI everywhere. So AI is just, I would say, baby steps, booming right now. A lot of things to be done in AI. So that's a lot of opportunity in AI as well. How do we integrate or how do we get AI solutions to talk to the legacy and even the modern infrastructures? Ultimately, I believe ICT system integration will hinge on balancing your innovation with robust security and customized solutions for the customers.
I can definitely sense there's a lot of work to do, as
Uh,
all, and bringing the team, taking the team to the next level, understand the customer because customer is also very selective and it's a very competitive market. But yes, coming with these hyperscalers like Microsoft and
oh,
Google, so the world has taken a new shape. So
perfect.
I will park this thing for the for my next questions as well because I don't want to club all the questions. But thanks for bringing that up. And as a system integrator, the role has become a more and more complicated. So
Absolutely, Deepak. Yes.
So when I look at your career, right? So you are an expert business development. Uh, you call it engineer, you call it manager, you call it leader, whatever you want to talk about. But you have navigated through that aspects of BDE throughout your career. So how do you approach this, identifying these opportunities, developing focus, which is actually the missing in most of the dynamic people like which are from the sales, and providing these tactical business solutions to the end client?
Uh, Again, a good question. I mean, focus is something that is essential, but identifying opportunities, I think that's the key to making a solution for a customer. So identifying opportunities, delivering tactical solutions, it requires probably, I would say, a strategic client-centric approach.
Mm.
Uh, how I do it, or probably how I have done over the number of years, is simple. It's identifying opportunities by doing market analysis. So that's important. Read a lot, do your market analysis, network with people, talk to them about the emerging technologies, and identify the market gaps to support customers. There will be some gap or the other in a customer environment which you can identify and reason it out. So engage with the clients. That's important. So identify opportunities by engaging with the clients. Focus, like you mentioned, Deepak, is something that's essential. And there is no one size that fits all. So I work with the sales team to develop targeted plans that address specific pain points for the customers. So not all customers are the same. So we work on specific marketing plans, or with the vendors as well. We bring together the vendors, understand the solution portfolio. So that's focus. And to provide tactical solutions, I think we break down then the strategies into achievable phases, which allows the sales guys also to build a pipeline. So it's not just one solution, but how for a customer, how can I go step by step by step, build into their network? So that's important. So ultimately, I think it's an approach that combines proactive opportunity identification, strategic focus, and hands-on collaboration with the customer.
You explained it very beautifully, and I understand the step-by-step process which you are doing. But moving from a business development to the CEO, right? That itself is change of responsibility. How you are managing that as well, because it's a different mindset.
Yes, good point. You got it bang on the spot, Deepak. Mindset, that's important. And a CEO thinks differently. I mean, we as probably business leaders or managing the organization, we cannot get into the daily nitty-gritties of business. We have to look at strategic advancements, or how do we look at the organization from a 3-year or a 5-year or a 10-year plan. So that's all about mindset. You got to be very sharp, you got to be very focused, and I think I believe that networking is the key. Talking to the right people, because that's very good ideas and solutions. Talking to the right people and trying to implement these solutions with working with your team. Communication flowing down to the team, that's very important, which probably we will talk about more. uh, so communication to the team, your vision, how it flows to the team, that's the key, I believe.
Definitely, definitely, because there's a myth in the market that the sales guys cannot become cannot attain the CEO's position, but obviously the things has changed. But that myth is all coming from the mindset. So you explained it very beautifully over on this part. Hmm. So now I would like to touch on your leadership, right? So
Uh-huh.
you are managing multi-sided teams and strategic alliances, as you mentioned, with the major partners, right? And the names you have just listed a few. So could you share some insights into how you maintain this effective leadership and foster productive relationship in such a diverse settings, diverse mindset of the customers, different land, and definitely with a multi-skill expertise which you have gained so far?
uh, when you talk about leadership, there's a good quote from the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu.
Mm.
So he says, "A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, so the people will say, oh, we did it ourselves."
Mm.
So a leader is someone who is there, who leads the team, but even from a back, he's at the back, pushing the team to do their best as well. So effective leadership across multi-sided teams, uh, and even strategic alliances, hinges on clear communication. What I just mentioned a while ago hinges on clear communication, trust building, which is very important across teams, and adaptability of cultures, of religions. When you work in a diverse culture like UAE, okay, so adaptability is also very important. Just speaking about clear communication, the very essence of leadership is that you have to have a vision. And this vision has to pass on to your team with it has to be clearly communicated. If that doesn't happen, the team does not understand what the leader is looking for or what the organization headed towards. Trust building, empowerment. I mean, this is very, very, very important. I mean, it's for a team to survive. It's not a one-man army, and a team cannot be built without trust. Uh, I mean, I at least delegate tasks and let them be. I mean, leave it to the people to do those tasks. No micromanagement. Simple. Respecting local expertise. So when you're dealing across multiple multi-site teams, each one has their own expertise with them, and empower teams to make decisions on their own, and that's very important. So trust building and empowerment. Adaptability, dynamic environments, like you rightly mentioned, different cultures. So adaptability is very important. You got to adapt. Sometimes it becomes difficult to probably understand the culture of an organ or of people, but yes, it's important to go down to the roots, understand culture, where they come from, specifically while working with the locals out here. Very beautiful people, but you got to understand their culture. uh, and relationship management is also important. So when you're talking to probably within your teams or even outside, talking to multiple vendors, relationship management, and that's the key when you work with principal vendors that we work with, or any organization. So you have principal vendors where you need their support to work with the customers. So you're a bridge between the vendors and the customers. So ultimately, I think maintaining effective leadership in a diverse setting probably means fostering a culture of collaboration, accountability, and shared success.
And this shared success is something which is a glue which keeps your customer connect with you for the longer time. So
Absolutely.
you win, then only we can win. That's the only mantra.
Yes, yes.
Right, perfect. And it's a message to multiple entrepreneurs who are actually struggling and just figuring out what they should do differently to become successful. So have to see the whole world from a different angle.
Coming back to the point that you made, the myth that you spoke about, salespeople not becoming CEOs, it's absolutely possible. All you got to do is probably keep learning, keep growing. I mean, and be keep your eyes and mind open to what's happening around you.
I agree. I agree. Correct your basics, and you can attain any position. And
Yes.
you made it, and you are a living example for millions of people who will be hearing this podcast. So thanks for bringing it up. Uh, Now, especially, your experience coming from sales and marketing, which I should say is the baseline, right? Which creates a different flavor of you as a person. Now, when you look at this emerging technology, especially AI, machine learning, blockchain, ICT, so what strategies you have found which is most effective in driving the adoption and the growth as a person and as a company as well?
Uh, um, New technologies, AI, ML. Yes, I mean these are words that people have been dropping everywhere, but as a technology is fantastic. And at Arizo, our strategies for driving adoption and growth, especially in such technologies, in the growing technologies, blockchain, AI, or in the common ICT, we focus on three core pillars, and these are education, trust building, and customized tailored solutions. Um, Education, bridging knowledge gaps. So we bring around webinars, workshops. We bring about the vendors for thought leadership content. We bring customers together for such webinars and sessions. So that's on education. Uh, Trust building, adopting such emerging technologies. I mean, it takes some time. Like I said, even if you had spoken about cloud 5, 6 years ago, was difficult, but now the barrier is broken. AI, people find it a little skeptical or difficult, where the fear of losing my job or AI will probably take my job. So trust building in terms of human as well as technology is very important. And we showcase this through successful POCs for solutions. We bring about solutions, we do POCs, we demos for customers, and we demonstrate clear benefits. Like in terms of security solutions, this is what the solution can do. It can provide you enhanced security, operational efficiency, scalability, and more important, stability. So it's talking about bridging the gaps, bringing the solutions, adopting such solutions, and of course, customized solutions. So, like I spoke before, no two customers are the same. So you got to work with every customer based on their requirement, bring about, small customizations in the solution that is needed to align that aligns with their goals. And I believe these strategies have consistently led to accelerated adoption rates. So if you're there with the customer from the start to the end, it leads to an accelerated adoption rate, stronger client loyalty, which is very important, and measurable growth. I mean, you see that, okay, quarter one, I have X amount of business, and I see a funnel grow of in the quarter two or Q3, my funnel growing with what I have done, what seeds I have sown over the last 2 quarters. So this probably puts us as a trusted leader in the technology space.
So that pipeline and the quarterly measurement is very important to see where you are growing. And definitely this seeding and this plantation, what we call in the domain of the sales. So that is very much important. One thing which you rightly touched upon is the engagement. So customization is fine, but to remain engaged with the customer to understand that will make them more open and definitely will give you a more points where you can work around. So,
Yes, absolutely. Done.
so definitely, I would like to understand your insights into how you and your team approach this development and the delivery of ICT solutions to meet client needs effectively. Although you mentioned a little bit, but yes, if we are interested to understand from a system integrator like you.
Yeah. So, Deepak, we try to, really keep it simple. Like our motto itself is simple: understand, advise, transform. So we keep it very simple. It's all about understanding the customer needs, and you rightly mentioned engagement, which is a must. Again, you need to engage with the client, not just it's not a transaction that we come and do sell something and move. No, it's a constant engagement, and we try to understand from the customer perspective. Now, what happens here is the customer may have a perspective of his own, saying that, okay, I require something, but that might not be the industry standards or the best in industry practices. So this is where we come, we advise the customer saying that, okay, we understand they're looking for this. Maybe your budget is at this, but if we could provide value by, integrating or bringing in this solution, is that okay? Would that help your business? Would that help you in operational efficiency? Okay. So it's all about advising customers about the different technologies that we bring about and how it adds value to their business. And most of the times, what happens then is, okay, they understand, they realize the potential, saying that, oh, this could, yes, the solution is good, or probably what Aerizo has to offer adds up to, free my time to attend to my customers. And they understand that by working with an industry best practice or with a vendor or with a partner like Aerizo, who can not only implement, who can not only advise, but also implement to their fulfillment. So that's very simple. So the strategy is very simple.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
And that's very effective since the ages, if anyone is adopting this simple strategy, the results are really marvelous.
Yeah, there's no rocket science. That's why I say there's no rocket science to sales. In fact, just going a little digressing a second, where I was talking about Rocket Sing the movie, that's a must see probably for all sales guys. So it talks about basic strategies, very simple. That's it.
And do a beautiful execution. The customer will never go to
Yeah.
any.
Mhm.
Uh, you are also positioned as a strong mentor. So how you identify the training requirement for your team members and what role this mentorship plays in ensuring a continual knowledge acquisition and professional development?
Uh, Very important point, very good question. And this is something probably I picked up from my days in Agile Technologies, because I had probably not only a very good boss, he was a very good mentor as well. So I strongly believe mentorship is more than just guidance. It's a partnership for mutual growth. I get to learn from people, people get to probably learn from me as well. Um, in our area of work, speaking about training and how you bring up the team. So in our area of work, we need to be continually updated with the current trends in technology. And what we do as a team, me and my partner, is uh, we look at the solutions in the market, the current solutions, we look at the current market gaps, try to look out for solutions. Like I mentioned earlier, in the security domain, there are n number of solutions catering to a niche part of the network system that we have. One solution doesn't work across the platform. So we look at, okay, what's the current gap? whether this solution will meet the requirement, and then we talk to the vendors, get them signed up as a partner, get the people to onboard from a technical sales perspective and from a technical training as well. So technical guys also play a magnificent or a very important role in our kind of job, where they need to support the sales guys from the design phase to the implementation phase. So the teams continually need to be trained and updated. And that's where we find the market gaps first, get the solution, and train the team. So to answer your question, probably on the continual education or knowledge acquisition, mentorship does play a very important role, as probably we get a chance to share our insights with the team. Uh, they learn from me, I learn from their experience, bridging the gap from theoretical learning and implementing our experience in their scenarios that they face. That's how it works.
It's a give and take, but how to manage it is the art, is the skill, and definitely because they are the person who are on the ground, so that will also very important for to understand what they are observing and how they can become a, a good leader as they move forward.
Absolutely. I mean, as a mentor, we don't say we know everything, but it's always good to learn. We cannot implement something that we learned probably 15, 20 years ago in today's real world scenario. And it's an opportunity for us to keep learning as well.
Definitely,
From
definitely.
from Generation X, Generation Y, what do you call from the millennials? It's yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And yeah, these guys are bringing a new perspective. Every time
Yes.
we talk about them, they have a different mindset again. So and they look the same problem from a different angle, and that's where this what is needed adoption.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Uh, I'm more interested into the technologies which we talk about AI, ML, and these buzzwords which is becoming a reality. So how the Arizo is integrating those in their current scope of business, and what is your the future plans around these technologies?
Uh, Again, a good question about we like I said before, AI, ML. These are words that are being dropped everywhere now, and we see a lot of it happening everywhere. Um, for us, I believe in the current scenario today for business and for the business development and sales, it's all about leveraging AI, ML, and adapting to market shifts that's happening. Um, we have seen AI predictive analytics, automation, thus enabling your sales teams probably to focus on relationship building with the customer. So you have these technologies supporting your sales team. Uh, uh, Emerging trends. I mean, you have trends like social selling, ethical AI practices, immersive technology. You talk about AR and VR now. These will redefine customer engagement. While tools like AI powered training and agile remote operations will enhance team efficiency. Um, Organizations need to embrace these new technologies, and ones who do it invest in the right tools and foster human AI collaboration. That's the new thing now. You have to work with AI, and it's nothing against you. You have to work with AI to stay competitive and also redefine value to the customer. So the word is collaboration again. Whether it's human or technology, you have to collaborate and work together.
Yeah, definitely. I always call it AI as an unleashed animal, the person who understands how to control it, put it
Perfect.
on the right task, and create a lot of value because the customer expectation has already been changed. It's become enormous now. After they heard about the name AI, they said, okay,
Oh,
everything is possible
yes.
now.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I mean, we come across a lot of such demands as well, and it's helping us. I mean, we are trying to partner with AI organizations, AI companies. Like I rightly said, it's a good time to partner and collaborate with AI specialists to bring about engage this with the solutions that we have to offer, along with the services, along with the solutions. So work with AI. That's the point here.
Make AI your best friend.
Best friend. Yes.
Yeah. So coming on these customers, the handling customer demand is not easy, and the person who is actually front end, especially the BD guys, the sales guys, they are the who will get the brunt, right? So,
Yes.
but we know you as a very calm and polite person, not from today, but yeah, from last so many years. So how you maintain and manage those calmness and politeness?
Uh, okay, again comes to the mindset number one. Okay, but I would probably like to stress on the stress part. So there's a beautiful quote again from there's author David Allen, the author of Getting Things Done. So he has a wonderful quote. So he says much of the stress that people feel doesn't come from having too much to do. It's from not finishing what you have started. Okay, so you have started tasks, you lose your focus, you're lost, and then the stress builds in. So the funda is very simple. Remain focused on what you're doing. Finish one task at a time before moving to the other. Remain calm. Okay, which customers are always. I mean, customers are customers. They always want the best of things to be done in the least of time. Okay, simple is set customer expectations right, so that helps you to remain calm and focused. So that's the simple funda that I believe in. When you walk into a meeting, when you're working with a customer, set the customer expectations right, which will help you in the long term.
Right. I agree. And I like the statement you're putting stress on the stress part for the expression. That's a nice one. I understand the interest of your time. Maybe the last question: what is your message to upcoming entrepreneurs and the startups who wants to grow in today's ICT world?
ah, ah. A lot of things to say, but probably to keep it short, um, invest in yourself. That's very important. Whether from a professional field or from a personal development field, you have to grow. Okay, keep growing. Invest in yourself field to probably invest in yourself to find a niche, which will be of service to your set of customers. Identify the set of customers, identify the solution, uh, meet their requirements. Most importantly, focus. That's important. I think we've spoke about focus a number of times in this discussion. Focus on something is very important. Once you know what you're doing, once you know the kind of customers you need to serve, just focus and becoming the best in what you do. You can't be the jack of all. So becoming the best in what we do. And that is the motto probably from the last couple of years, even we are trying to follow, saying that we are not going to do everything that comes to our table. We are going to be focused on certain technologies. We're going to be focused on certain products and solutions. For upcoming entrepreneurs and startups, hang in there. It could be difficult, it could be challenging, but hang in there. The sun shall shine bright. That's my message.
That's a very powerful message and impactful. The focus, because now the people are diverting a lot, and when we look into this, the mindset of this startups and the entrepreneurs who are the millennials or Gen Zs, they are actually diverting a lot. They are moving as per where the crowd is going,
Crowd
and
is king, yes.
that's the reason most of the people are not getting successful. So thanks for bringing that focus part, which is the need. So, thank you, Rudolph, for sharing your valuable insights and experiences with us today. I have a lot of questions, but I don't want to take you a lot of time. I want to keep it for the next discussion, like the next session as well. And but honestly, your contribution in the ICT industry, setting yourself in a different land, handling a different set of customers, and obviously bringing this automation and the innovation which you are pioneer for on the table is really a milestone for many. So thank you for all your efforts. But before we move on, any last statement which you want to share with our global audience?
I believe I think the last question answered it all. So be there, be focused, be present. Uh, just give it your best. There is and the mindset. I believe you got to invest in yourself to have the right mindset. So take time out, whether it's professional development, which is very important, or for your personal growth as well. So that's very important, Deepak. It's been absolute pleasure talking with you. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for your time. So until next time, this is Deepak Bajaj signing off.
Thank you. Bye bye.